let's get right to our HCC Smart Decision of the Week. I know we both got one with the Packers. What's yours?
Well, how could we not? They won the Super Bowl, so they obviously were making some smart decisions. And the one that stuck in my mind after the game was the fact that they did not abandon the pass or give up on Jordy Nelson. After one, Donald Driver was hurt. He was out of the game. You would think they'd say, okay, our best receiver is out. We're going to have to go to the running game. They didn't do that. They stuck to the script, stuck to Aaron Rodgers' arm, and stuck to the system. And two, what I really liked is Jordy Nelson had some drop balls. He dropped a touchdown. He dropped some other important catches, but they went right back to him. And what he did, he responded by making catches that extended some series, some plays, and he ended up with 9 catches for 140 yards. If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers, I think Jordy Nelson could be the MVP of that game. And my hat's off to the decision maker, the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, for sticking with Jordy Nelson and letting him get out of that rut, because ultimately I believe that was a big reason why they won that game.
I love those crossing routes, catch them, yards after the catch, make the first guy miss. Well, the guy throwing Nelson the balls, in 2005, he was one of the 2 quarterbacks everybody said could go number 1. Alex Smith, number 1. Aaron Rodgers from Cal kept falling and falling. I was at that draft in New York. I happened to be sitting next to his family as he continued to fall, and they were devastated. I felt terrible for the guy, even though I didn't know him. And then all of a sudden, 24th pick, there's Green Bay with Brett Favre. They didn't need him. Ted Thompson, the general manager, had him rated way up here. So he took him, and he kept him on the bench for 3 years. Turned out to be an outstanding decision by Ted Thompson and Mike McCarthy. And Rodgers still gives McCarthy a hard time because McCarthy was with the 49ers when they took Smith over him. He said, maybe this victory will help us become closer. Now, another one I thought was interesting, a smart decision, and you ought to do this so we can talk about you being a smart decision. Eric Winston and Arian Foster from the Texans came to the Radio Row. Every time I looked up, Arian Foster's getting love on stations around the country, locally and nationally. Eric did Jim Rome, he did Sports Radio 610, and he did others. And you should come up there and take advantage and get a lot of great pub too. Radio Row's the place to be.
Well, unlike Arian Foster, I am not the NFL leading rusher, so I would rather just talk to the fans and listeners from this table, and I'll let you deal with the cold weather in Dallas.
And there was a lot of cold weather, let me tell you about that.